To explain why Japan is so cheap, I want to start by showing you a video. This is a commercial put out by the company that makes the very popular Gari Gari Kun when they raised the price from 60 yen to 70 yen. And this is, as it says in the commercial, after 25 years of keeping the price the same, they raised the price from what in American money would be 42 cents to 49 cents. And they are not the only Japanese company that works this way. So Japan has been in a state of deflation since the mid-1990s, and a lot of economists talk about why this happens, and it's still not completely understood, but a lot of people think it's because of this mentality. So in Japan, there is this loyalty to customers. You've probably heard about the great customer service that exists in Japan, and it's true, I live here, it's great. But this loyalty, this dedication to the customers is perhaps one thing that's just keeping the prices low. And you might think, well, that's great, I love low prices. But after I've explained a bit about why this is happening, I want to talk a bit about why this might not be such a good thing. So make sure to watch all the way to the end of the video to understand the whole situation. So as I said, that company is not the only company working this way. And another famous example is Daiso, which is a big chain of 100 yen stores here in Japan. Anyone that's visited Japan has probably seen them, and the quality of the products is actually pretty good. I come from the UK where we have a pound shop. The quality is terrible, but in Daiso, you could really fit out your whole kitchen with pans, pots, spatulas, spoons, anything you need. Most of it costs 100 yen. Some things like pans might be 300 yen. And this store has been charging 100 yen for most of its products for the last 30 years. There has been no increase in price. So Daiso only exists in Japan, so maybe for a more fair comparison we can have a look at something that exists in pretty much all countries. And while researching this video, I found out that there's something called a Big Mac Index. So if we have a look at the Big Mac Index, we can see that a Big Mac here in Japan is much cheaper than it would cost in a country like America or in a lot of European countries. So what's the problem with this? The first one is perhaps quite obvious. Low prices equal low wages. If a company is not making much money, then they're not going to pay their staff much money. So while in countries like South Korea, where the average wage has almost doubled since 1990, Japan's wages have kind of flattened out and they haven't really increased at all since 1997. So, okay, you might be thinking, all right, well, salary's kind of low, but these prices are really low too. So what's the problem? And this is where the big problem comes in. Now foreign investors are seeing Japan as a nice cheap place where they can buy companies and property. So a famous example of this here in Japan is Iseko, which is in Hokkaido. It's a ski resort which has a lot of tourists from within Japan and all around the world, but now it's getting too expensive for Japanese people. And this is because investors from countries like China or Australia have come in and brought hotels and restaurants. They've put the prices up, and now these foreign tourists can still come here, afford it and enjoy it, but the average Japanese person with this average low salary cannot actually afford these prices anymore. So a long time ago, I lived in Vietnam, so I've seen what this kind of atmosphere looks like, and it's pretty painful to watch. You know, there were restaurants and hotels and other services that foreign people could enjoy, but the average Vietnamese person could not go in and enjoy these facilities because the price was way too high for them. And it was just kind of weird seeing the local people not being able to enjoy these foods or stay in these places or use these gym facilities, for example. And this is a sad sight to see anywhere, so it'd be sad if we start seeing more of this here in Japan. So what does this mean for anyone that wants to visit Japan or live in Japan? Well, if you're coming from a country that has a pretty decent economy at the moment, then it's kind of a good thing, to be honest. If you do visit Japan soon, then you'll find that the prices are really cheap. The prices of hotels are cheap, and if you want to live here, rent prices are incredibly cheap. I even had a 1-bedroom, 1-kitchen apartment in a very popular neighborhood in Tokyo, which was about 20 minutes from Shinjuku, or basically from the center of Tokyo, and that cost about $500 per month, which in the UK, where I'm from, is unthinkable in any city, especially in the capital city. So in the future, Japan might be in some real trouble. I don't know what's going to happen. It seems like most economists don't know what's going to happen. Seems like the government doesn't really know what's going to happen or what they should do about it. At the moment in the news, there's more talk from the government trying to push up prices, but they've been doing that for a while, so I don't know if it's going to change anything. I guess from now on, we'll just have to see. If you thought this was interesting, then please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and comment below and let me know if you know something that I don't, because to be honest, I'm not an expert on economics. I tried to do a bit of research for this video, but if there's something I haven't mentioned that you think is important, please let me know below. And I'll see all of you back here next time.